cracking day, hey? Absolute cracking day. And I'm out on the motorbike. Life's good. So yeah, we're out on the 500 Sherco. There's a fellow Gill Sport rider. Out on the Sherco, and we're going to do our ultra light test, shall we say. So we'll just head out into the bush, do a loop, 120, 140, 160 k's. And we'll see how she goes. Sunday morning, so yeah, I'll just probably do a half day ride. I've got to work this afternoon. So yeah, we'll do a half day ride and see how we go. But always good to get out and clear the head. Love that view. Yeah, getting back to somewhat normal levels. You can see the bottom there, but still stirred up. Interesting. Lot of rain over the last month, so yeah. A few of you will recognise this bridge. Great opportunity for a thumbnail photo, I reckon. Oh. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Ultra Light ADV. Just out on a Sunday cruise doing the Ultra Light ADV test on the 500 Sherco. Obviously I did it with the Beta 390. And it passed with flying colours. So I thought I'd just do the same loop basically. I jumped on the 390 and just to test the fuel range and test the seat and just test its road manners and just generally sit on the bike for a good couple of hours straight. So I've done that already. I've gone for about an hour's ride so far, a bit over an hour, hour and a half. And so I'll do another hour and a half loop home and sort of just test how the bike goes as an ultralight ADV bike, if there's anything I need to change and how it goes. With the modern bikes these days, the Shercos, the Betas, the KTMs, the Husqvarnas, even the Honda 450Ls, you know, all the bikes are pretty good these days. I'd be shocked if I found that there was something that was a deal breaker with the bike. So I've done about 50k so far, 55k's, all good. Got to say, yeah, beautiful. A couple of little things, grips are a bit hard, suspension's a little bit harsh in the initial stroke. Having said that, the rest of it's bloody beautiful, of course, but you can back the rebound dampening off on the suspension, and it softens these KYBs right up in the initial stroke. So I'll do that at some stage or rather, but I haven't worked out the KYBs at this stage. But other than that, all good. Some grips, some fine tuning of suspension. I've dropped the pressures a little bit. I really haven't got that sore of backside at this stage, so I'm pretty impressed. This thing has got the balanced wheels, and so yeah, it's no problem at all. In fact, I've probably got to say it's probably steering a little bit better than the Vita. The Vita was the suspension is quite soft. The sack suspension in the Vitas is quite soft, and so there's, with a 100 kilo bloke on, there was a bit of fork dive and that sort of stuff. And this thing, you control brake on the tar, bloody beautiful, and it doesn't dive and play around at all. Don't get me wrong, Vita 390, great bike, awesome bike, but probably needed respringing. I'm not sure I'm going to do this bike, to be honest. The way it's handling so far, I don't think it needs to be resprung for my weight, to be honest. It's sitting up in the stroke fairly well as far as I can see, and I'll certainly do a sag test on it at some stage, but yeah, so far so good, I've got to say, and yeah, overall I'm expecting it to be a pretty good bike. But anyway guys, it's a beautiful day out here, enjoying the sunshine. We've had winter roll into sort of summer almost again. Had a lot of rain and cold weather 2 weeks ago, so finally it's turned. It's been a hot week, and so we're out on the bike and enjoying the sunshine, which is good. Very tempted to go for a swim, to be honest. But I'll keep moving. I'll finish this loop. I've got relive set, so we'll see how many Ks I do, and I'll fill back up at the service station. I left at the service station, so that'll be the other thing that I get the mileage. So, but anyway guys, I'm going to keep going and enjoy the ride. So as you'd expect guys, the Sherco 500 went quite well and passed with flying colours. Really nothing unusual there. As I say, with all the brands these days, they're all very good bikes and have very good road manners and whatnot. The big test for me will be just how agile it feels when I get it into the single trail, and certainly that's the plan, to do a single trail test I should say, over the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks. But as an Ultra Light ADV bike, road manners were fine. The seat was a bit uncomfortable. I've got an Air Hawk. I'll try and strap that on and see how that works, whether I need to actually buy a different seat skin for it, or a different seat altogether, maybe a seat concept, we'll see. The grips are definitely too hard, they've got to go, and the suspension was a little bit, as I say, a little bit harsh in the initial stroke. But other than that, really quite a good bike and quite a nice bike, and yeah, great fun to ride. Just with that extra bit of power from going from a 390 to a 480, it's only 90 cc's, but the bike just did it a bit easier, and that was the idea of upgrading from the 390 to a 480 or a 500. It was just, the bike was doing it pretty easy. I was riding it pretty hard coming home through this section on the tar, and so yeah, it's geared a little bit low at the moment, just for if you're going to do a lot of ADV work. But the bike did come with a sprocket with two less teeth on it, so we can certainly throw that on if I was going to do a lot of ADV work. But overall, really good. The fuel mileage went, I used 7.79 litres, but only did about 120 k, so it's about 6.5 litres per 100 kilometres, so quite dismal fuel economy. So that's probably the disappointing thing, but I might have been a little bit out with the way I filled it, or didn't fill it, so I'll reserve my judgment on that one at this stage. But anyway, at some stage or other we'll do a bike weight and fill it full of fuel, and yeah, probably what I'm going to do is also just turn the other light shroud with the LED light into a bit of a tower. I've got a screen that I've had for a while that I'm just going to bolt onto that and just shift the light shroud forward a little bit further and create a bit more space and get that GPS up and in the eye line more than sitting down on the handlebars. So anyway guys, we'll leave it at that. It passes the test, and you're looking forward to doing the single trail test. Thanks for watching. We'll hope to see you out on the trail soon.